Okay, so Karnaugh maps or K maps, they're represented as. What is a Karnaugh map? Basically, it's a special form of truth table. It's an alternate truth table that you can use to represent a Boolean expression as well. It's a pictorial method of simplifying a Boolean expression. We will learn how it can be used for that particular purpose. Yeah, it's a good for circuit designing up to 4 variables, not more than that. So we will see how this pattern recognition basically works. As you can see, we have over here is the OR gate. We have two inputs, 0, 0, and we get this particular output or the OR gate. If we have to make the Karnaugh map of the OR gate or any Karnaugh map of two variables mean two input. This is the way we do it. So this is the way we make this pictorial table, as you can see over here. We write the inputs of the variable A over here and the inputs of variable B over here. So A could have either 0 and 1 and B could have either 0 and 1. And the outputs are basically written in these cells that you have within this table. So if we fill them up, this is how we do it in a Karnaugh map. When A is 0 and B is 0, the output is 0. When A is 0 and B is 1, in the second option, as you can see, the output is 1. When A is 1 and B is 0, the output is 1. And when B is 1 and A is 1, the output is 1. So you can see over here is that this is how a Karnaugh map for the OR gate has been established. Can you hear me clearly better? I hope there's no problem. Yeah, okay. It's being recorded and I'll share the group as well. So there's some rules about the Karnaugh map. Now, basically, when you make a Karnaugh map, you have to do some mapping. Now, what do we mean by mapping? We have to map the ones. Now, why do we have to do that? Because in order to establish a Boolean expression out of this, we have to make groups of ones. Now, by grouping ones, there are certain rules that we have to follow. We just don't group ones just like that. So these are some rules that I will discuss with you. We do not group zeros with 1. We'll only group wherever we have ones. You can see, if I have 1, I'll make a group out of it. I'll just refer to you that why are we grouping and how can we make a Boolean expression out of this. So the first rule means this, that we can only group ones. The second rule of the Karnaugh map specifies that we can either group in horizontal, as you can see over here, or we can group in vertical. We are not allowed to group diagonally. We can't do that. You have to remember the rules. The third rule specifies that we can always group the ones either in 1, 2, 4, or 8. We are not allowed to group in odd numbers, in a group of 3, in group of 5, in group of 7. We can't do that. Okay, so this grouping, as you can see over here, where we group 3 ones, this is not the way Karnaugh maps are done. Okay, we have to group in 1, 2, 4, 8. Just you have to remember this. The fourth rule of the Karnaugh map specifies, obviously you can see over here is, we will not group, first of all, obviously zeros. And secondly, you can see is a grouping of more than 4 will not do that. Further, what you can see is each group should be as large as possible. What I mean to say is, as you can see over here is, I could have made a group of ones, 2, 2 over here, 1, 2, and 3. But we will not do that. The reason why we will not do that, because if you create a Boolean expression out of this, it will be very tedious and work to do. But out of this, it will not be. We will see how. So you can see over here is, I have made a group of this one. this once, and I've made a group of this one. Okay, a combination of 4 this way in a square, and a combination of 4 over here vertically. Okay, so by the way, this particular line, if we refer to this, refers to as A. Okay, this refers to A, and this basically, if you talk about this, refers to B, because B is 1 and 1. So I'll discuss this in more detail with you later on. So the fifth rule basically says that each cell containing 1 must be part of a group if possible. What it means is that don't try to leave one independent. You can see over here is we have a union over here. We have made a group horizontally and vertically both. Okay, so we have a group made vertically and horizontally. Now, the rule number 6 basically again means that you are allowed to basically overlap your groups. It's certainly allowed. So groups may be overlapped. You can overlap the groups rather than leaving them like this. Moreover, okay, so if we again look at this one as in Karnaugh Map, you can see over here is this is the way I can make a group over here. Certainly, this is the one group that I can make over here. Let's try to see how is this helping me to give an output expression out of it. You can see over here is the output is independent of the input of value of B. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you can see over here is I am getting 1, but it does not make a difference what value of B I have. Even if I have value of B as 0, I still have 1. Even if I have the value of B as 1, I still have 1. So this means the ones that I have achieved is basically is independent of the value of B. So these ones that you have got are basically representing A. So A, when is 1, is basically A. In case if these two ones were over here, 1 was here and 1 was here, what do you think so the output would have been like? If both of these ones, Nimra, beta, I'm discussing K-maps. You just joined late because while I was doing the paper, उसमें हमने K-map की discussion नहीं की हुई थी, so I'm discussing that today. So that's the advantage of doing the papers. We'll know that. So मैं Noor, beta, please listen again. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि you can see. Actually, you got the point that why is this Karnaugh map output as A? Did you get this point? So this grouping can be simplified to represent A. Do you agree with me? इसमें कोई issue है? Noor?
No, sir.
ये clear हो गया ना कि A है. ये A क्यों है? Because obviously the value of A is 1, तो ये 1 1 आ रहा है, and obviously हमने ये देखना होता है कि is the output independent of any other input. आप देख रहे हो it's independent. It doesn't make a difference कि B जो भी हो, A ने 1 1 ही रहेगा. What I'm saying right now is I'm saying that what if I have 1 here and 1 here? What do you think so? The grouping will be represented as what? Just give me any random wrong question answer even. So, पहली बात तो है कि do you know this is known as A inverse? When we have 0, we can write this as A inverse, and this is A, and this is B. I can write over here is B inverse and B. Do you know that, right? So this is B and this is B inverse, this is A inverse, and this is A. So if I have over here 1 1, again this will be independent, so the output will be A inverse, because the output of A will be 1 1 when it's A inverse. In any other case, in any particular case, I'm just referring to that. So इसको हम A inverse कहेंगे जब यहाँ 1 1 होगा. Am I clear on this? Yeah, we'll do more examples. मैं आगे जाके और examples आपके साथ करता हूँ.
Yes, sir.
पास में करेंगे तो आपको और क्लियर होगा. So this is what we have. Right. Eliminate variables that don't matter. जिसकी मैंने बात अभी आपसे की है कि for example you can see over here is I am getting 1 1 and the variable c doesn't matter actually. It does not matter. So when c is not there, obviously ab doesn't matter. So the output of this will be ab. The output of this will be ab, right? Uh, the output of this will be ab. मैं सही कह रहा हूँ? Am I right?
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत
अच्छा, I'm sorry. आवाज कट रही है?
जी सर.
अच्छा, give me a second. Just give me a second. अब बेटा बेटा ये वैसी है. Is it the same? Why is the same या बेहतर है? Can you hear me now? No? Limra beta, is it the same? I think it's not the same. It's just one. So as I was saying, okay. So I was just talking about. So if you have any variable that.
सर स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रही है.
Oh. So can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I was just saying that we will be eliminating the variables that don't matter. We have to remember that. So in case over here, you can see again, C does not matter. We are not going to use it. So over here, you can see is I made some groupings. I made the grouping over here. Okay. And this is AB, right? And over here, I made a grouping over here as well. And I made a grouping over here as well. So if let's try to read this out. First, let's read this out. Why have I mentioned this as A inverse and B inverse? But by the way, you do know that we can mention A inverse and B inverse this way as well. You should know. And there's another way that you can put a dash at the top of A and B. So if we want to represent this in Boolean, since I have 1, 1 over here in A, B, A is 0 and B is 0. So I just told you whenever we have 0, 0, in case of any variable, we will write them as inverse. So since A is 0, it's A inverse, and B is 0, it's A inverse, and since I have 1, 1 here, so it's A inverse and B inverse. Okay. Since C does not matter, C is not part of this first expression that I'm talking about, this grouping that I'm talking about. Let's talk about the second group, A inverse C. So you can see over here is I have A inverse C. Why do I have A inverse C? Because over here, yes, C is 1. Okay, C is 1. And over here, I have this combination will have A with me, but A is 0, 0. So since A is 0, 0 over here, so this is A inverse. So A inverse and C. So these two groups will be represented as A inverse C. And the third one, where I have AB, you can see as I've written simply AB is no inverse, because obviously I have 1, 1, and 1, 1 is simple AB. And since again, this is not, it's independent of C, so I can write AB as it is. So these are the three ways over here. So I have expressed these three groups in form of these expressions in Boolean. Are they clear? Any problem with these three? Nimra, Noor?
सर मैं थोड़ा सा लेट तो मैं रिकॉर्डिंग देखूंगी तो I'll get more clear.
ठीक है. So again, another example over here we have. So we have A and A or B. Why do I have A or B? Because over here I have A, I have B. So it's a very simple way. So I have A or B. That's how we can represent this through Boolean expression, A or B. If you look at this Karnaugh map, if all of them are 1, we simply write it as 1. Okay, you have to remember this. All ones will be represented just simply as 1. And if you look at this one, it's the opposite of the first one. You might have noticed that this, the truth table of this is of a Nand gate. You can see it's a Nand gate. And you can see the ones in the vertical group. The ones in the vertical group are always the opposite of A. What I mean by that is, you can see the ones over here are always the opposite of A. And in the horizontal, you can see is the ones over here are always the opposite of B. So horizontal mein, the ones are opposite of B, and vertical mein, the ones are the opposite of A. So obviously, since we are talking about the opposite and the opposite, we have A inverse or B inverse. Okay, so the expression for this will be A inverse or B inverse. Right, cool animation I made. Okay, and the expression for this will be A or B. Why A or B? You can see over here is I have ones, this is representing my A, agree? And you can see over here is, if I look at this one, in this, my both are B is 1 and B is 1. So it's B. Yeah, obviously we group them up this way, but the expression that we make out of this will be the one expression from here and the other expression from here. So this is B. This is the right way to do it. Okay, sorry, this is the right way to do it. This is the wrong way to do it. We can create as many groups as we can possible. Very interesting thing. This is another way, another thing that I want to discuss with you. For example, if we have the following Boolean expression and we want to map our Karnaugh table with it, how can we do it? So how do we generate a Karnaugh map table through this? So the way we will do is we'll fill up these expressions with 1. Wherever we have these expressions, A, B inverse, so AB inverse is this, and CD, we'll write 1 over here. And A inverse B, A inverse B. Okay, so A inverse B is the second one. Okay, A inverse B, and CD inverse, which means CD 0, 1 over here. So what you will see is over here, this is the way we will fill these up. So wherever we have AB inverse, okay, and CD, AB inverse CD, 1 here, and then A inverse B is this, and CD inverse 0, 0, this, we'll write 1 over here, this one. And then we have over here is A inverse B again this, and C inverse D this, 1, 1. So all these expressions one by one, I'll fill them up. So I have these 7, and the remaining I'll simply write as 0. So have a look at this one. What will be the Boolean expression that I will make out of this? Please tell me. Help me out. इसकी इसकी मैंने मैपिंग कर लिया, चलो आई फिल्ड इट अप फॉर यू। मुझे फाइनली बताओ कि इफ आई मेक अ कॉर्नर मैप ऑफ दिस, इसकी व्हाट विल बी द बूलियन एक्सप्रेशन आउट ऑफ दिस कॉर्नर मैप? द टू ग्रुप्स दैट आई हैव जॉइंड, इसकी आउटपुट क्या होगी? Where do I have AB appearing and where do I have? Just think over it. I won't give the answer. No, समझ नहीं बेटा. Just give me any absurd answer. Doesn't matter. मुझे पता चलेगा कि आप समझ आइए कि नहीं आएगा आपको. I will know at least कि आपको ये है. Nimra, Noor, anyone? Sometimes your wrong answer you might be.
मुझे नहीं आई इसकी.
जी बेटा. Any idea क्या हो, क्या इसका क्या होगा आउटपुट? ये तो जो y है ना, with the help of this I just filled it up और फिर मैं उसके बाद मैंने इसकी मैपिंग कर दी है। मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि after doing the mapping what will be the Boolean expression that I can create after this? A simple Boolean expression क्या निकलेगी? If I show you the answer, कहोगे oh this is what I was thinking exactly. I'll show you. Yes or no? AB. AB, because AB is pairing 1 1 plus CD. Agree with me? Yes or no? So AB and CD, right? There are no other ones. So it's the simplest way to represent it. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अभी हम पास पेपर करते हैं कोई, फिर आपको ज्यादा आइडिया होगा. Let's do paper. फिर आपको मैंने भी ओपन किया था एक. I did open a paper ना? No, yes. So let's do this. Okay. So this is a Boolean expression produces the following truth table. ठीक है? Write a Boolean expression for the truth table. जी. How do we do that? So let me do it with you. You're like sleepy. If I look at this, इसकी output क्या आ रही है मेरे पास? If I look at this one, let me just try to write it clearly. I will have over here is A inverse, because A inverse, I told you it's 0. If A was 1, it will be A, not A inverse. B inverse and C inverse. ठीक हो गया? इसका क्या होगा? मैं वर्किंग करके आपको दिखा रहा हूँ इसके सारे की. This will be A
inverse, B inverse.
Very good.
And C.
I wish I could do this on board. And C. This will be जल्दी मेरे साथ कर लो. बताओ जल्दी. This will be A inverse.
A, B inverse, C.
नहीं, A inverse और B and C inverse. ठीक हो गया. इसका क्या होगा? A inverse.
Sir, output 0 है and A and C are 0, तो inverse तो नहीं होगा.
नहीं बेटा, वो हम इसलिए कर रहे हैं write the Boolean expression for truth table as sum of products. Sum of products में जो x की हम निकाल रहे हैं ना, x is equals to x की क्या निकलेगी? मैं बिल्कुल करके दिखाता हूँ आपको. ठीक है? Sum of products को किस तरह यूज करते हैं? Sum of products को. Okay? I'll just tell you how to work with sum of products. So ये हो गया A inverse और ये हो गया B C. Agree? और ये हो गया A B C and both inverse. ये हो गया A B C and इसमें you have inverse. A B C C inverse. A B C. जी अब इसके अगर मैं सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट में एक्सप्रेशन निकालनी है, then what do I do? You can see over here is कि इसमें what I have is A, B, C. तो इनमें से कॉमन भी है A इनवर्स, B इनवर्स. सो इस पे जो मेरे पास आ रहा है, जो ये थर्ड वाला है, दिस वन, नहीं, सॉरी, दिस वाज ए उल्टा के, ये ए इनवर्स है, दिस इज ए इनवर्स, कंफ्यूजन हुई है, ए बी सी इनवर्स, ए इनवर्स, एंड दिस वाज ए बी इनवर्स सी, दिस इज ए बी इनवर्स सी, सी इनवर्स. इसमें से कॉमन कौन कौन सी हैं, इफ यू कैन सी, नीट नहीं लिखा हुआ, दैट्स व्हाई यू कांट टेल. कौन कौन से नीट है? बी सी इनवर्स, बी इनवर्स, सी इनवर्स. Because I have to write them again neat. कौन कौन से हैं पहले देख लेते हैं. A, this is correct. A inverse, B inverse, C correct. A inverse, B, C inverse correct. A inverse, B, C correct.
सर मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि ए और सी इनवर्स क्यों है इसमें जब आउटपुट 0 है?
हाँ, A, B और A, B, C. इसमें A आपका है और B, C इनवर्स है, एंड देन A, B इनवर्स C है, और A, B, C इनवर्स है, राइट, एंड देन A, B, C है, राइट. अब सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स का हम निकालेंगे, तो यू कैन सी ओवर हियर इज हमारा सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट निकलेगा विल बी एक्स, हम करेंगे ए बी सी प्लस, और ये होगा ए इनवर्स, बी इनवर्स एंड सी इनवर्स, ठीक है. और इसमें से आप ये देखोगे कि बी इनवर्स जो है प्लस ए बी सी, तो ये है ए बी सी इनवर्स इनवर्स प्लस हम उसको कर देंगे ए इनवर्स बी सी प्लस we will do is A, और इसमें से निकल आएगा B इनवर्स C प्लस A B C. राइट, इसमें से ये ड्राइव हो रहा है सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट में से। आपको सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट याद है बूलियन एक्सप्रेशन का, हाउ इट इज डन? डू यू रिमेंबर द मेथड ऑफ सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट? आपने प्रीवियसली डिस्कस किया होगा पिछले चैप्टर्स में, नहीं याद है कि नहीं? हाउ डज इट वर्क? डू यू रिमेंबर सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ बूलियन एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ ट्रूथ टेबल? पढ़ा हुआ भी पहले? नूर या निमरा? Can you hear me, both of you? And can you hear me, Noor and Imra?
सर आपको मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही?
मुझे आपकी अब आ रही है आवाज। मैं कह रहा हूँ आपको सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट याद है कि नहीं याद? हाउ इट वाज डन? डू आई हैव टू रिवाइज दिस टॉपिक?
सर मुझे नहीं याद।
और नूर आपको?
सर रिवाइज करवा दें।
अच्छा, फिर इसको मैं let me revise sum of product again tomorrow पूरा with more examples। अभी मैं कॉर्नो मैप का क्वेश्चन कर लेता हूँ क्योंकि कॉर्नो मैप से रिलेटेड नहीं है, ठीक है? राइट, सो आई विल रिवाइज सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट टुमारो अगेन,
ओके।
स्क्रैच से। लेट्स कंप्लीट द कॉर्नो मैप फॉर दिस। ये तो एटलीस्ट आप बेसिक कर सकते हो ना, दिस यू कैन डू। ये कंप्लीट करो। इसके लिए क्या क्या होगा हमारे पास? सो you can see over here is what will I have over here?
1
Very good. Yeah,
0
very good. मैं तो minimize कर दूं so that I can also see 0 और यहाँ हो जाएगा आपका C0 1 1 1 1 0 ये भी हो जाएगा 0। और जब ये 1 0 है, A B is 1 0 और C 0 है तो ये भी 0 हो रहा है। And when AB is 0 0 and C is 1, here is 1. Okay, and when you have AB as 0 1 and C is 1, you're again getting 1. And when AB is 1 1 and C is also 1, you're
1
1. And when AB is 1 0,
0
nahin, AB is 1 0 1 0 and A is 1, you're getting 1. ठीक हो गया, ठीक हो गया, right?
सर 0 because C भी 1 है और A भी is 1।
ये देखो ना, when it's 1 0, हाँ जी, इस एक्सप्रेशन में ही तो है। किसकी बात करी तुमने? ये किधर बात करो?
लास्ट वाला 0 नहीं होगा?
नहीं, लास्ट वाला देखो ना, जब AB is 1 0, AB ये वाली स्टेटमेंट है। When AB is 1 0 and your C is 1,
ओ ठीक है सर।
ये वाली स्टेटमेंट है ना, तो 1 ही आ रहा है ना, ठीक है? The can be used to simplify an expression in part A. Draw loops around the groups in the Karnaugh map to produce an optimum sum of products. So इसमें दो ग्रुप बन रहे हैं, एक ग्रुप तो बन रहा है ये, we always make a group of 4, sorry 1 2 4 8 और एक ग्रुप बन रहा है ये। Agree with me? और हमने भी डिस्कस किया था, we don't make group like this and this and this, no. मैक्सिमम ग्रुप जो बन सकते हैं इवन में, मैक्सिमम ग्रुप, so that's how we make the group। ठीक हो गया? Any problem? Karnaugh map में, ठीक? Right. Write using your answer in part C. Okay, इसमें a simplified sum of product expression for the truth table। हाँ, ये मेरे साथ करो। How can we do this? How can we do this? ये तो सिंपल है ना, sum of product। क्या होगा इसका? ये क्या है? अच्छा, ये A1 1 का है, मैंने भी एक्सप्लेन किया था। What is this? 1 1 कहाँ आ रहे हैं? Independent of what? Just look at this one. So इसकी एक्सप्रेशन क्या है? व्हाट इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ दिस? ये तो मुझे बिखराने की जरूरत नहीं है ना, ये तो एटलीस्ट इतना बेसिक तो आता ही आपको ना. इज दिस नॉट ए डैश बी डैश ए और डिमांड डॉट ए डैश डॉट बी डैश
Yes.
ए इनवर्स डॉट बी इनवर्स है? ये है कि नहीं है? इसमें सी तो नहीं आ रहा ना, सी इज इंडिपेंडेंट. ये तो इंडिपेंडेंट है इस केस के लिए. एग्री विद मी? यस और नो? राइट. सो ये आ गया. ठीक है. और प्लस क्या करेंगे हम? प्लस, प्लीज टेल मी, प्लस और वंस का ग्रुप कौन सा बन रहा है? ए ग्रुप तो ये बन गया ना. वन ग्रुप इज दिस. सेकेंड ग्रुप कौन सा है? Yes, yes. And what is that represented by? The other group is this, na? So this group is coming where? Is it where? Is it where? ये किधर फॉल कर रहा है? प्लस व्हाट?
C में.
सी में. वेरी गुड. सी में. अगर ये इधर फॉल कर रहा तो मैं क्या लिखता? अगर ये इधर फॉल कर रहा था 1 1 1, फिर क्या लिखता मैं? सी इनवर्स. सी इनवर्स ना. सी इनवर्स
वो अच्छा ऊपर होता.
जी ऊपर होता. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. अगर ऊपर होता तो मैं क्या लिखता? सी इनवर्स ना. You get the point? So that's how you
Yes.
write a simplified sum of product expression for the truth table of this. You have to look at the groups. पहला ग्रुप कहाँ फॉल कर रहा है, और जब फॉल कर रहा है वहां ए बी की एक्सप्रेशन क्या है? इनवर्स इनवर्स. एंड लुक एट द सेकंड ग्रुप. वेयर इज द ग्रुप फॉलिंग? विद जहां पे ग्रुप फॉल कर रहा है वो कहां पे है? ठीक है. सम ऑफ प्रोडक्ट को हम रिवाइज करेंगे. इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. वी हैव टू डू इट अगेन. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द वे. इफ यू ओपन अप एनी रैंडम क्वेश्चन तो ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन आते हैं. ये हमने ओपन किया. कौन सा पेपर था? दिस वाज अक्टूबर नंबर 19. 18 में भी आया हुआ है. आई जस्ट शो यू. लोग कभी पानी का टाइम पानी ना हो जैसा. आई जस्ट शो यू. 18 में भी आया हुआ है पेपर. विंटर 31. ओके. है वो हर साल अल्टरनेटिव्स में आता है. Boolean expression, same pattern. We have to do this tomorrow. Revisions thoroughly. Same. Wait. This is October number 18. Exactly. मैं 19 किया आपके साथ. So the same way. ये हमने करना है. Same way ये करना है. वही loop draw करने हैं. Okay. And we are right to have the simplified expression. Yes or no? You get the point. जल्दी से बस ये करके आइलैंड मैं आपसे रिवाइज कर लूं जल्दी से. तो ये हम कैसा करेंगे? जी you'll be able to do this now ना. कर लोगे? है
जी सर हो जाएगा. अब तो
ये भी हो जाएगा ना. लूप से बना लोगे और एक्सप्रेशन भी कर लोगे. ठीक है. यस और नो?
यस.
वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन दिस. ये हम कल ये करने के बाद वी विल डिस्कस एनी अदर टॉपिक जो P3 में जिसमें भी आपको इशू है. ओके. बल्कि दिस पास पेपर्स करने का कि यू डू नो कि कहाँ इशू आ रहा है. ठीक है. राइट. और अभी तक खैर उसका पूरा पेपर करेंगे हमें और मैं आइडिया होगा. वी विल डिस्कस इट टुमारो. लेट मी टेक अटेंडेंस. एंड व्हाई आर दे नॉट हियर टुडे? खैर मैंने डिस्कस कर लिए. कॉर्नो मैप तो डिस्कस हो गया आज हमारा. मगर बूलियन एक्सप्रेशन भी रहते हैं. कौन कौन प्रेजेंट है? ओनली निम्रा एंड नूर NN. ठीक है बेटा. इंशाल्लाह कल मिलते हैं ऑन टाइम पे. कल we'll continue with this and we'll do some other paper as well. एक और पेपर खत्म करेंगे हम कल इंशाल्लाह. ठीक है both of you? Okay.
जी सर.
Okay बेटा. अल्लाह हाफिज़.